2, 1. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Choco the Chocobo, and I'm at How to Minecraft, and we have a zombie siege on our hands. Now, we just hit daylight, but you can see how many of these... Oh, there's some even underneath the farm. Dadgummit. Yeah, but every now and then this kind of stuff happens. There's not much I can do about it, because we just have so many villagers in Melon. Back away, sir. You are not welcome here. But yeah, we get these zombie sieges. They all get really hungry. Now the nice thing is that they are kind of height aware, I guess. And so, like every now and then, they get a couple that struggle up here, but they can't reach them. The only things that could theoretically reach them are the bebes, but I think the bebes are... That's like a long shot within a long shot within another long shot, and the chance of them really doing any kind of serious damage is pretty unusual. We might one day put some slabs down. That probably would be smart, but for now I'm okay with... Yeah, no, we should probably put slabs down. Yeah, but today's objective is I need to make myself a melon farm. I've been prototyping... Actually, this is a terrible idea. We should put the torches back, because I'm not going to do the slabbing now. Eventually I do need to do the slabbing, but for now it should be okay. Honestly, I don't think they will... Yeah, I don't think there'll be much of a problem here. I would be very, very surprised if there was a problem. But anyways, yeah, melon farm. You may be thinking to yourself, well, Choco, what is the point of melon farm for How to Minecraft? You know, it's not... You're not going to eat them, are you? You're not going to make like thousands of glistering melons. Probably not. That probably won't be the case. But what we can use glistering melons for, and more importantly, is that it's a component in the much larger... Are you kidding me? What a cheeky little bugger. Alright. I'm sorry. But it's going to be a component into our brewing operation. So for the brewing... it's going to bump into him. That drives me nuts that can happen. Like, actually just drives me up a wall. my. Anyways, like I was saying, brewing makes a huge difference in PvP, right? So, in my head, what I was thinking was, well, it makes a big difference in PvP, so let's go ahead and take some time to properly make a good brewing operation. And I narrowed it down to a list of, I think, was it 5 or so potions that I think are really like practical in PvP and useful. Those... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Sorry, cart. Could you keep going? There you go. Sorry. Just leave this little opening here so I can just shoot them whenever I want. So if we ever have this problem again, just wreck them like this. Really? Had to drop a carrot. Whoop. Jerks. Lego. But yeah, the potions I think we're going to be wanting are potions of healing, for obvious reasons. We also, like, and that means potions of instant healing. Potions of regeneration would be nice, but caveat, potion of regeneration requires a, what should we call it? It requires gas tiers. And gas tiers aren't really, like, I guess we could make a farm for them, but, you know, it's kind of like, why? So we'll farm those every now and then off gas, just going and actually properly farming them. Because of that, I don't think we need to make an auto brewing system for it, unless we decide one day to go absolutely crazy. But I'm not too worried about that, but we can easily make the potions of healing. So we're probably going to do that. Potions of harming, also very good, and that's going to require fermented spider eyes, so that's something that we could reasonably farm. We also do want to have the potion of swiftness and the potion of slowness, which would be just sugar and then more fermented spider eyes. And then there's also something else that we wanted, and I can't think off the top of my head. Oh, and the potion of poison, right? Because in PvP that would be very, very lovely to have. It would definitely make us a little bit more of a threat, and I think that would be very smart. So, because of that, we're going to need, you know, that requires spider eyes, and then obviously, depending upon which way you're going, you're going to be needing glowstone and redstone for the upgraded versions of things. So all those things we can reasonably get. I think that's a reasonable thing to aim for, but the main thing is those potions of healing. And the potions of healing, I'm really, really dead set on make sure that we get the melons for it, because we don't have a good melon farm. And you can use this for like pumpkins, stuff like that as well. So there's nothing really preventing you from doing those things. So I just thought that that made sense, kind of in the natural progression of things on the server. And we need to get our brewing stuff going. And potions of healing are a pretty significant thing. We have lots of nether wart. I'm not worried about nether wart ever. But melons, not so much. Not as well set for those. So we are going to go do that. Now that's going to be near the actual new area. So we will be moving on over there in a little bit. But first, what I need to do above all else is I need to bring these guys. I'll bring the pistons with us. We have some furnaces. We're going to need 2. I guess I might as well hold on to some torches. We will need a repeater. We will need a comparator. We actually need 1 more of each. But I do not have any redstone here. Oh, I will need rails as well. So let's take a whole bunch of these powered rails. Actually, we're also going to need a detector rail. I'm trying to think. All right. Yeah, let's dupe some. Let's dupe ourselves some powered rails, because those will be nice to have. So turn on our duper. All right, and tons of powered rails for days. Will be nice to have extra sets of powered rails on HDM. It's always good. So whenever you put it through this thing, it just kind of doubles whatever you put into it. So what, we had 59 or something like that. But I'm picking some up as we do it, so we'll have some ludicrous amount of these powered rails. Also coincidentally makes it so the costs aren't too bad. Now, the version of this melon farm that we're going to be making is very resource friendly. It will just basically need powered rails. You'll need, what, enough iron for 2 hoppers, or 3 hoppers, I guess. 1 for the minecart and then 2 for the actual receiving area. But yeah, and then some redstone stuff, and that's pretty much it. So it's not too bad. Pretty resource friendly. Alrighty. Now Petey's been on. I guess he's AFK a lot these days. I don't really know what the heck he's doing, but he has been AFK for quite some time. And let's go down here. Alright. So we'll just dump some rails into there. We'll take a little bit extra just to be on the safe side, I think. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll take that many. Yep, alright. I'm good with that. And we will actually need some regular rails as well. Now, unfortunately, we can't dupe regular rails. All my salty tears when, but that's okay. And we'll just check things out, make sure that we are all in good shape. We are in pretty good shape here. We have lots of melons. Actually, I'm going to be bringing these melons because we're going to store them. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. We also do need to make some kind of mushroom farm at some point, because fermented spider eyes. The spider eyes I think we can get from one of the 9 bajillion spider things, and we can make our own, but I think that's the one responsibility I might leave to our allies. I think Preston has a skeleton farm, which is honestly all the hype. I might go over and check out his skeleton farm and upgrade it a little bit so I can use it as well, because that honestly would be... Oh, are they mad at me? Guys, it's way too early in my day for this. Oh, for the love of... Ugh. Alright, well, apparently zombie pigmen are mad at me. I have no freaking clue why, but they're mad at me and all the way over here, which I just don't. I have no idea why. Well, that's really scary. Really? Just came through the portal. Like, can't I just have a nice reception for once? Let's go check on Alvin. Alvin! Alvin, honey. How are you? Whoa. Oh. I was like, something is going weird with me. It's just the haste. It's just the beacon doing its job. Now, actually, we are going to be messing around with beacon mechanics as well at a later date. Not anytime in the near future, but at a later time, we will definitely mess around with some Nito Kanito beacon mechanics, because those are pretty sick. I'm pretty sure I kind of not stumbled upon it, but there's some really weird mechanics in Minecraft that we're going to be exploring because we have a lot left to explore. All right, so here we have our regular old operation. We're going to finally slot this darn thing with melon. Alright, so there we go. Down the line, everything looks pretty good. We have, I think, almost everything slotted, so we're almost ready to just use this as our item dump. Actually, I think we could use it now. We totally could, huh? Yeah, we totally could. It's gonna start dumping items in those two things at the end, but I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a whirl. So I have yet to use this as like an actual item sorter. So that's pretty hype. Alright. So... Wait a minute. Do we have hoppers leading into that? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we do. Okay. So that's from our, from a while ago when we were trying to do the... Wait, is this from then? Question mark? Wait, what the heck were we doing here? I'm sorry, guys. You guys are like, what in the world? You got sidetracked so hard, Choco? I know. I'm just... Where do you go? Like, what do you lead to? Just leave us here for the heck of leaving it there? I don't understand. I am so confused right now. Okay. I don't know why I left those there. I guess they were supposed to go to my mob farm, but we just never made anything of it. Okay. I'm not going to question it anymore. But yeah. Strange. Uh-oh. That's not what we want. Alright, so we want melons in here. Lots and lots of luscious melons. Oh, I was about to be like, there was no item in there. Wait, there's no... Oh. Guess I'm looking at the wrong hopper. Durr. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start using this then. Let's just start dumping random things in here. Alright, so... Got lots of melons. We got some wheat. We have some emeralds. Those should make it all the way to the end. I have some rotten flesh in here. I think that's pretty much all we need to put in there for the time being. We'll need some more redstone stuff though. But I don't think I have any redstone stuff on deck, do I? Actually, really. The saddest chest you have ever seen in your life. Absolutely nothing in there. Rip. And no melons yet. They're gonna make their way over ever so slowly, but they will make it over, hopefully. Ooh, we do have some red... Nope. The saddest sorting system. Has nothing in the sorter. Like, oh, my sad tears. Alright. Any melons yet? And before it doesn't work, and I cry all the tears of the world because this don't work. My English so good. Oh my. Let's go ahead and take some stone. Do that, so I can just access this really easily. All right, cover this up. I mean, it is going through. I just don't know where they went to. Looks like they kind of took it. Well, okay. I was probably like, something went horribly wrong if that's happening. But no, we're in good shape. Got some string. We literally have like one of these things in these hoppers, which is not a good sign. Alright, there it goes. Now we should be starting to see some of them go through. It just takes a while. But that's okay. Alright, so we should be seeing our melons going into here. Oh wait, are they at the bottom? Yeah, they're at the bottom. Yeah, alright, so that's working. Anyways, back on task. So, because we already have this item sorting system available and ready to go, what I'm planning to do is make the melon farm to the side and just having hoppers relay that But of course, if you guys are just kind of curious to see what the end product is, if you can use it in your own world, feel free to do that. But I guess for the video, we're gonna take a cut here because the prep work isn't really anything interesting. And once I decide like where we're gonna put stuff, then we will come right on back, and I'll let you know what's going on. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we are back, and I just want to kind of touch upon what kind of stuff you'll be needing for this build before we get too carried away with it. For those of you who are intending to make this on your own as well, we're going to be making a double-sided version of this farm. Now if you were going to make a single-sided version, just take out one of the comparators and one of the repeaters. I guess you can also take out a furnace and an extra piston and sand. Or gravel, depending on what you want to use. But all in all, it just means that you gotta save a little bit off of it, but there's really not that much of a reason to. But for this build, some of the critical components that you will be needing that's a little bit more costly is you're going to be needing 3 comparators, 3 repeaters. You're going to need yourself at least 3 hoppers, one that's going to be used to put your hopper into a minecart. And you're going to be needing some rails and some powered rails, depending upon the exact numbers is going to depend upon what you particularly need. You'll also need 1 detector rail. Now those numbers I can't give you because that's dependent upon the length of whatever you want to make, but in general, you can get by with probably like a stack or so wouldn't be a bad idea of rails, and maybe like half that in powered rails. So that is what it is. Some extra redstone torches obviously won't hurt you. You will need some redstone for the receiving side, which is what we're going to be working on first here in a moment. But you should probably bring a handful of those. Some dirt, obviously, some melon seeds or pumpkin seeds if you want to farm pumpkin. And I think that's about it. You will also be needing... Oh, you'll be needing glowstone or something to light up the area because you will need some light there for whatever your farm is at. So if you're underground, it won't be affected by the darkness, or at nighttime if you're outside. But let me think. You also need water. Sorry, forgot about the water. You also need water and building blocks. So, yeah, overall, not too bad. A lot of stuff that, if I did forget to mention it, most of the stuff you need for this build aren't that crazy. So, yeah, that's all you're going to be needing for this build. So, anyways, let's go ahead and start cracking. Alright, guys, so we are going to get started out here. We're going to start off with the receiving section of our little melon farm here. God almighty! Thank you, Mr. Deathkills, for a sub. Oh my god, I just like... Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Oh man. All right. Okay. Whew. Shake it off. Shake it off. Okay. What was I saying? I'll say something about hoppers, I think. All right. So for us, we're going to have to raise this up. We kind of tried to do this already once before. Unfortunately, we discovered that we did not have the necessary height that we needed. But you will be needing that 3 height underneath whatever your item collection thing is. So we're going to actually have to raise that 1 in general. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, so there is our... Well, actually we have to go 1 more up. So that there is going to be the very last part of our item reception, which is going to be quite important as we go on. But let's go ahead and build 2 hoppers like so. Those will end up being part of the cart, the kind of receiving part of the cart track, and then doop-a-doop-doop, up we go. I'm just going to be building like crazy scaffolding, so don't really mind me about the scaffolding in terms of the position and stuff. It's not that important. But that's going to be the end point of our track here. Now, we are going to need to make the receiving point, so it's basically going to say to itself like, alright, you currently are carrying a payload. If you are, make sure you take some time to drop off that payload. And because of that, we do need to make sure that we have some redstone stuff coming out of here. But the redstone isn't too bad. I mean, I'll be here doing this kind of like step by step with you. So if you want to follow along, feel free, and we'll get through this together. I promise. Or at least I hope. Otherwise, you're going to be here to comfort me because I'll be sitting here crying. This has already given us a little bit of grief as it is because of the building constraints for like where we're building and stuff. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. All right, so we have this terminal point. You're going to put a block underneath it. This is just going to help you kind of figure out, you know, what areas you actually need to use, what sides you're not. But more importantly, it's going to give you the kind of scaffolding you need for other stuff. So you're going to need to have a comparator facing out. Let's go ahead and kind of get our necessary redstone stuff here. Ooh, we are also going to need a building thing. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put a comparator coming out of that bad boy. Okay, boom. Comparator coming out of the hopper, and then from here you're going to have stone set up like so. Alrighty, and then you're going to put dust down there. And you are also going to want to then take advantage of that redstone there and line up the bottom. Oh, we could have actually moved this one down. Dang. Oh, well, that's okay. We wasted only one hopper. It makes very little difference to me. But I'm going to put a repeater there. Follow it up with the redstone dust. Block on top. That's going to obviously get the signal now. And then, sorry, I'm like kind of following a blueprint that we already worked on just to make sure that I don't lead you guys astray. But then we're going to have a redstone torch, which I don't have any left of, actually. Okay, we are running into an issue of I don't have any inventory space. We're going to eat this notch apple for good luck. And then, boom, space created. But redstone torch, I swear, I used notch apples for all the best of reasons. All right, I'm gonna have that sitting there. Then we're gonna go ahead and put a block on top. Now that should be flush with your hopper right there, and that's gonna be where you're gonna have a powered rail sitting. It's gonna be sitting happily, minding its own business. Now, depending upon which direction you're facing, this will kind of change the way certain things work. But there are, like, you can use like levers and stuff. Like you can add redstone signal to change the directions of things. As long as it goes through all the like under area where you're gonna be collecting melon, you should be a-okay. But anyways, that's again not really here or there. So now that we have that particular section done, we have the part that actually lights up the track again whenever you are in kind of unactive mode. But what we need to do now is, I believe, alright, so we need to go ahead and make a signal come out of here, I believe. Yes? Yeah, okay, so then that should be with the dust. Okay, good. Alright, so you're going to have to add a thing of, you're going to have to add a building block here, like that. And then you're going to have a redstone dust, a repeater. Oh, actually, you're going to need 4 repeaters. Whoops. I lied, guys. Sorry, you're going to need 4 repeaters. I lied. No, that's not right. There we go. Alright, that's better. And so just to make sure that this all works, it is dandy, I'm going to go ahead and make a redstone torch. And so what we should see, if I didn't mess this up, is we should notice that when I turn this on, this all powers up, that it does indeed get powered, and then that is currently in the off state. But remove that, and then you now have it in the on state. Lovely. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is what we like to see. So that is your receiving area. Well, actually, hold on. That's not true. We have a little bit more to go, technically, because we have to add the detector rail itself. So the redstone part, the actual like part that could maybe trip you guys up, I'm pretty sure you guys won't get tripped up afterwards, after you finish this point. But That is pretty much the only part where it can trip people up. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and throw some rails down here. Now this one is going to be our handy dandy little detector rail. So basically as the cart moves along, it's going to trip that, it's going to send the signal over, it's going to just stall this long enough that until it's done unloading its cargo, it's going to just kind of hang out, and then once it's done, it's going to reactivate the redstone and then shoot off in its merry way, and on the way out it does absolutely nothing that matters to us. So that is all good and dandy. I'm going to go ahead and leave myself a little bit of lighting here, because that is going to be something I need to make sure I keep an eye on. And next we are going to actually get started with the farm itself. Now I think I just have realized a kind of a technical issue I just created for myself, but we'll see. I think we'll be okay. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to be creative here. Alright, so I'll be back after I get the base scaffolding set up for the rest of the farm. So be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and made the scaffolding. I actually decided I was going to build it to the right. Now, it doesn't, again, really matter all that much which direction. The only thing that you need to do is make sure that you set up your rails in such a way that they go like this. You don't need quite as many power rails as I do. If you want to do it out of like regular rails or whatever you want, that's perfectly fine. You can do that. I just use them because powered rails are really easy to come by for me, so I just went ahead and used all those lovely things right here. I will eventually power them. They're just unpowered because I haven't gotten around to that point yet. Now this part right here is something that you might have to do while you're doing the rail setup, which is you are going to maybe need to use a lever to cause it to create a kind of a, I don't know how to like really put this, but to kind of complete the circuit. It's not really a circuit though, so I'm kind of like, it's not really a great way of using that word, but basically the pathing has to keep on going, so it covers the whole distance, but it has to loop back towards your terminal point here. So whenever it reaches this end part, instead of it kind of stopping here or kind of doing something funky like that, it's going to loop straight back onto the rail, but then go back this way, which is important. So you do want it to be not circular either, but it doesn't have to loop. It doesn't have to loop around so it goes back to the terminal point. So very important thing, very important little mechanic to also use in your rails and redstone stuff. And something that's not too hard to come by. But anyways, levers are definitely something fun that you can use to power all the stuff that you're doing right here. Something to keep in mind in case you want to go ahead and use it for your current project of whatever scale and shape and design you wish to do. But anyways, now we are going to go ahead and cry because I completely forgot to bring the water, which is something that we do need. But the central part, the reason why there's nothing here is because this is going to be holding our water source. So we can make sure that the tilled ground is actually usable. But I guess we'll come back and we'll do the water later because it's not really important to do right away. It would have been nice, but of course not necessary. So let's go ahead and knock this bad boy out. I just got more cobble. Whatever, I can make these into levers. We'll live. He will live. Alright, so let's bust out the dirt and then get this all going. Now, the side closest to the center is actually going to be where you're planting your seeds, because melons do grow like the stem and then they'll go try to find the nearest dirt spot where they can drop the melon. But the one closest to us is going to be where you're going to actually plant the stuff, so you have to make sure that there's nothing above it. Now if it's a clear block, or if it registers, if it has air block properties like slabs or whatever else, you can use those. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would generally recommend for the time being, you keep in mind that if you are building underground like I am, well, underground even though I'm in a mountain, but if you are building kind of underground, do keep in mind that whenever you plant your melon seeds, you do want to make sure that they don't have any opaque blocks above them. You have to make sure that you don't have like dirt or anything above them. Again, glass, stuff like that, perfectly fine, but make sure that you do not have anything that is not see-through, so to speak, because those things that do have air properties will not allow the melon to correctly grow. And it's correct, darn it. But yep, just go ahead, fill these bad boys in. Now we're not going to till the ground because we don't have a source of water in here yet, but we will get that in a little bit. But you should have something that looks like this. You have the rails all set up underneath and all lovely, ready to go. Now we're going to cap off the sides here. The reason why we cap off the sides is basically, as with all things that involve pistons, because pistons are goofy and they like to do this, whenever they push items around, they do have a nasty tendency of trying to escape. And so we're going to kind of seal them in, so to speak. We're totally nice people. You can trust us, so we're boxing them in for their own safety, because they don't know what they're doing. These items don't know what kind of terrible things wait outside of our chests and hopper systems. It could be terrible. They get kidnapped for all they know. But go ahead, lock this all in. Build yourself a little wall. If you can obviously add more to the wall later on. I just prefer to be on the safer side and just kind of layer the whole thing with a good bit of solid stuff. So stone, pretty solid. And stream, if you say anything about the sexy glass, I will slap you. Because I am missing my sexy glass right now. But sexy glass is expensive in How to Minecraft, alright? It's expensive, man. Don't wanna use up precious resources making sexy glass. Although right about now it sounds like a fantastic idea for use of resources. But yep. Anyways, I want to go ahead, put the walls around the whole darn thing. Now I'll be back once I've completed that and also obtained some water to put in the center area here. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now that you have your water inset here, you should get something that looks a little bit like this. You got your two things of dirt. I built this pretty solidly. You can probably get away with less, but this is gonna kind of make sure that you don't lose quite as much stuff in the farm, because this is gonna get pretty close to lossless, if not altogether lossless. I very seldom have issue with it, but now I'm going to cover up the water with some good old-fashioned glowstone, and then you're actually done with all the glowstone stuff you need. And of course you can theoretically use other things here. You can do creative stuff, like maybe even do lava lighting. That'd be some nutty stuff. That would actually be pretty cool. But then you're just going to go ahead and build yourself, I would say give yourself a 3-high wall. What this is going to do is just going to make sure that whenever stuff gets knocked around, it doesn't get knocked around like on top of it and anything like that. It'll just kind of help with your whole like being as efficient as possible, not losing too much resources. So now they got that done, bust out a hoe and go to town. Get down and dirty and just boom, boom, boom. Ah! All this land will get tilled like so, and look how beautiful that is. That could make anyone just break down in tears of happiness and just praise the sun. You're gonna plant your melon seeds as crazily as you can, just down the line. Bang, 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 bang. All right, cool. I even have 5 seeds to spare. Hype. Now, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw these into the item hoppers because I can. All right. Well, actually, we're done with the glowstone too, so you can go. You can take a hike, Jack. All right. So now you should have something that looks like this, and then the pumpkins should theoretically grow onto here, the respective parts. Now, this one may grow here depending upon what you're using, but yeah, that's not too big of a problem. And frankly, you have not finished the build yet, so it isn't that big of an issue. Now, for this part, we're going to start working on the actual breaking mechanic. You're going to need a lot of pistons for this if you're going to be making a larger scale farm. I have no idea how long this is. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so we're 12 long, which is it's a fairly long thing of pistons to make, but honestly not too bad. What I'll probably do is I'll probably do one side, and you can just mirror it whenever you guys have the time. Just because I have the pistons already for one side and not the other. So anyways, you're going to want your pistons kind of lined up like so. Now the reason for the pistons being the way they are is because they're very angsty. You're going to have these pistons set up. Oh, actually, hold on. I forgot I need one of these pistons. Come back. Come back to me. All right. So you're going to have these pistons pushing the melons, and whenever you push the melon with a piston, they'll break. which is exactly what we want. So that is perfect. That is actually plum diggity dog what we want to do. Now, because we have these 12 slots here, I actually kind of goofed up a little bit. We need to add one more clearance here. And the reason for that is we need to make a receiving side of kind of like the transmitter to say, all right, you know what, there's been a block update, go ahead and launch all the pistons. So in order to do that, however, we're going to be using a piston at the end here. Just want to make sure. Alright, yeah. Alright, cool. So we're going to put a piston right here. And this may seem a little bit odd to you, but I'm going off of what we did a long time ago. We're going to put a furnace here. Now, in this furnace, you need to put 14 blocks. It can be whatever you want, but as long as it's 14 blocks, that's all you need. So let's see. I have plenty of stone, so let's go ahead and I'm literally surrounded in stone, so I think we're okay with that. So we're gonna part ways with some stone. That's okay. Ooh, I am actually okay. So now that we're here, you're gonna need some sand. You're also gonna need some more redstone components. So I'm actually gonna be right back. If you're going to be building the double side, at this point you're going to need those 2 comparators more, the 2 redstone repeaters, and you're also going to be needing yourself sand or gravel or something that falls down like that, which I think those are the only 2 things I do. So I'm going to go with probably gravel. I think I saw some gravel here. We'll see. Anyways, neither here nor there. Go get that stuff, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I went ahead and grabbed all the stuff I need, I think, I hope, I pray. So you're going to just go ahead, slap that gravel or sand, whatever you have, on top of that piston. It's going to be all kinds of happy to be in good company. Then you're going to go ahead, drop a dust right here. That's going to allow the signal that gets transmitted from... Oh, wait, just kidding. You're not going to do a dust. I lied. You're going to put a comparator there. You are going to 100% put a comparator right there. And it's going to receive that signal through the block. Now, afterwards, now you want to go ahead and put down one lovely dust, which apparently really wants to light that block up. Rip. But in fact, we're going to have it kind of serve our purposes. It's going to loop around for us, and then we're going to have it go up a block, like so. And then we're going to actually dooba-dooba-doo. God! Is Leon 1998? Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Scaring the bejeeber walk is straight out of me. Now I just completely forgot what I was doing. Alright. But yeah, thank you very much for subscribing. Very nice. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. What was I doing? I was doing this. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, do that. I swear, every single time someone subs, my brain just fails horrifically. Alrighty. So let me just make sure that we're not doubling signal. Okay. Whoops. That's not what I want to do. Alright, so add a repeater there. It's going to extend your signal all the way down. Should last for enough to go all the way through, at least from my 12. Alright, and then just make sure that your signal reaches all the way through. You can tell whenever this dust is kind of kicking up everywhere. Cool. So now you have yourself the farm, actually, kind of in working shape. In terms of once these suckers are fully grown, that one's a little wee baby. But once it grows and it starts putting the melons out, now when a block updates, it should flip out and say, "Oh my God, destroy it!" And it'll go ahead and knock that out for you. Now, if I were you, what I would do is I would probably even cover these guys right here, the pistons themselves. Yep, you can see they're already, when there's a block update, acts like a bud switch, and then it flips out. So we're gonna go ahead, just do that. Make sure that there's very few reasons. We want to give it every reason to push it over onto these two things of dirt, because if they do, then we win, because the cart will get them, and wonderful things happen in our lives. If it doesn't, we end up crying. We go home because we're drunk, and then it just gets worse. By the way, coincidentally, we're not drunk. But if we were, that would be the reason why, because a freaking melon farm didn't work. So, anyways, that is one side fully done and dusted, as Lachlan would say. Now, I will do this on my own time, the doubling up here with the pistons and all that stuff. But that is pretty much all you need. Now all you need to do is make yourself your minecart with a hopper so it travels underneath for all eternity, serving your whims. Now, I do not have a crafting bench on deck, nor do I have the wood. Do I? No, I do not. Alright, so let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm gonna keep the recording going for this part. You guys gotta stay with me on my adventure of me trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing to myself. So here I go, over the minecart, or not over the minecart wall, over the hopper, and through the woods I go, looking for the planks. Wait. Aha, the planks, I have found them. Then, to the crafting bench, just like that. We need one lonely iron. Do I have one lonely iron anywhere? Anywhere at all? I know I just looked at iron and their little ore form, but I have lots of these guys. Got lots of these guys. I'm wondering if I just have like some free... Aha! Oh, we have a minecart, even better. Yeah, you see, this is why I search for things, because sometimes my patience is rewarded. All right. No! Guys, I messed up. I did, as soon as I made it, I realized the horrific error I made. That's not what we want. You guys know that. I'm not trying to build that. I'm trying to build a freaking minecart with a hopper in it. Good God. Alright. My brain sometimes. I swear. I swear I is smarts cookies. Alright. And now we go down here. Scooby-doo-doop-doo-doo. And we go scoot our booties on up. Like, honestly, our booty scooting, great. 8 out of 8, mate. Up, up, up. Oh, wait, nope. Down, down, down. Alright. And then minecart with a hopper. Off it goes to the races. And it's going to go ahead, loop all the way around, or not. What the heck? Oh, pfft. It's going to go all the way around. It's like, we have no power? Are you stupid? Sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and bust out some cobblestone. You are looking very out of place here. Let me give you purpose and a home. Alright, so we got these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though I could have just done it never regularly, but whatever. Alright, now I do want to center these bad boys so I don't end up wasting too much time doing this. So let's take a look here. Alright, so it starts about here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that should be about where I want it. And this one can shift over. Alright, that should light up a fair Hulk Smash 66. Thank you very much for subscribing. I think my brain is about to explode. My face one, it's not a joke. Oh my. Alright, well, I have to go on a mission to rescue our cart. How does one rescue a cart? Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Whoop, that's not what we're gonna do. Now I'm just having a cobblestone fiesta. What's going on here? Alrighty. Just knock a couple of these bad boys out and we'll just repair it as we go along. But there you go. Look at that. All of them lit up beautifully. like magnificent track should be lit. Alright, now that's going to keep on traveling around in circles and circles forever and ever and ever. Come back, drop off whatever it has, and all that good stuff. But you may be like, Choco, I'm not convinced that this is going to drop off stuff. And indeed, you may very well think that. You would be wrong, but you may think that. So let's go ahead and test it out with, we'll put some diorite there. Because it has to, I'm going to send that into the hopper system anyway, so might as well. So, in time, there it goes, and we should see some diorite make its way over, hopefully. Did I already miss it? No, surely not. Did I already miss it? Okay, hold on. Alright. Well, did I hear thunder in Minecraft? Okay. We'll do 7 arrows, yes. Alright. And I shall scheme and I shall wait until I see the minecart here. Then I shall put it right there. Then I shall wait for it to steal the arrows. Alright, there it goes. Aha! I see it! Alright, so yeah, there it goes. Anyways, it does drop off of stuff. And then, oh, I didn't click it in time. Maybe I'll catch it on the way back. Darn it! Alright, come back here, you little devil. But yeah, it is empty, so it does unload all the materials pretty well. And there you have it. You have a melon farm. A little bit more dramatic and a little bit crazier in terms of the amount of time it took for me to build it. For you guys, it shouldn't take nearly as long. This is like maybe, if you have all the materials, like a 5-10 minute project, probably. No, it shouldn't be that bad. Maybe that's a little bit too low. Maybe like, I don't know, like 11-minute project. My brain's trolling me. My brain is just being rude. I'm so sorry, guys. I meant to say it's going to probably be like maybe a 15-20 minute project, you know, if you're just taking your time and kind of leisurely doing it. My God. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy and look forward to our bountiful amounts of melons that we will have. Those glorious melons that we will then purpose into brewing stuff, which should be great. Actually, like really, really good for us. But if you did enjoy the episode, be sure to hit the like button down below if it helps out especially. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoying the Minecraft content. And comment down below in the comment section what you think about this farm. If you think it's nice, if you think it's bad, if you think it's whatever. And let me know if like you would like to see like low resource cost stuff or higher cost stuff. Because that's completely up to you guys. Anyways, until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.